Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How many times have you talked yourself out of something you really wanted? How many times have you said, I'm not good enough? I don't think I can do it. Or what if I fail? Be honest with yourself. See, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. But here's the problem. Most people are waiting to feel confident before they take action. They think one day they'll just wake up fearless, full of belief, and ready to chase their dreams. But that day never comes. Because confidence doesn't come first, action does. Think about it. How many opportunities have you missed because you doubted yourself? How many times have you stayed silent when you should have spoken up? How many times have you watched someone else step into the spotlight knowing deep down that could have been me? If any of this sounds familiar, then this message is for you. I'm going to show you why your struggle with confidence isn't about talent, luck, or looks. It's about mindset. And once you fix your mindset, everything changes. You stop waiting, you stop hesitating, and you start moving like you belong in the room. So don't go anywhere, because what I'm about to share could be the difference between you staying stuck where you are or stepping into the life you were meant to live. It's time to fix your mindset and take your confidence back. Confidence is not something that just appears when life starts going your way. It's not built on how much money you have, how many compliments you get, or how successful you become. Those things might give you a temporary boost, but they don't create real, lasting confidence. Confidence starts in your mind. It's about what you believe about yourself when no one is watching. If you don't fix that internal dialogue, no amount of external success will ever make you feel truly secure. Most people think they'll feel confident once they achieve something. They say, once I get that job, once I lose weight, once I make more money, then I'll be confident. But that's not how it works. Confidence doesn't come from achieving things. It comes from believing in yourself before the achievement even happens. It's about knowing that no matter what situation you're in, no matter what challenges come your way, you have what it takes to figure things out. There are people who have everything, money, looks, status, but they still struggle with confidence. They still question themselves, still feel like they're not good enough, still compare themselves to others. And then there are people who have nothing by society standards, but they walk into a room like they own it. They believe in themselves even when nobody else does. The difference isn't in what they have, it's in how they think. Your mind is the battlefield where confidence is either won or lost. Every single day, you have a choice. You can either tell yourself that you are capable, worthy, and strong, or you can feed yourself doubt, fear, and insecurity. And let me tell you, whichever voice you listen to the most will become your reality. If you keep telling yourself, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I don't deserve this, then your mind will find ways to prove you right. You'll start hesitating, making excuses, and holding yourself back. But if you start telling yourself, I got this, I am enough, I am capable, then your actions will start aligning with that belief. The problem is most people don't even realize how negative their self-talk is. They think they're just being realistic. But the truth is they're programming their minds for failure before they even try. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, you're going to start acting like it. You're going to shy away from opportunities, doubt your own abilities, and settle for less than you deserve. But if you start shifting your mindset, if you start speaking life into yourself instead of tearing yourself down, you'll begin to see a change. This is why confidence is a choice. You have to train your mind to believe in yourself even when you don't feel like it. You have to make a decision that no matter what happens, no matter how many times you fail, no matter who doubts you, you will not doubt yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, why should anyone else? There are people in this world who have no more talent, no more skill, and no more intelligence than you. But they win simply because they believe they deserve to. They walk with certainty. They speak with conviction. They take risks because they trust themselves. And because of that mindset, they open doors that other people are too scared to knock on. If you want to fix your confidence, start by fixing your mindset. Stop waiting for success to validate you. Stop thinking that once everything falls into place, you'll finally feel good about yourself. Instead, make the choice right now. Decide that you are worthy. Decide that you belong in the rooms you walk into. Decide that you are capable of handling anything life throws your way. Because once you shift your mindset, the way you carry yourself will change. You'll stop hesitating and start taking action. You'll stop looking for permission and start creating your own opportunities. And that's when real confidence kicks in, not because of what you have, but because of what you believe. What you say to yourself every single day holds incredible power. Most people don't realize how damaging their own words can be. It's easy to listen to the outside world, whether it's compliments, criticism, or comparisons. But the truth is, the way you talk to yourself has a bigger impact than anything anyone else says. What you feed your mind will shape how you feel, how you act, and ultimately how confident you become. Think about it. Every time you face a challenge, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Do you think, I can do this? Or do you say, I'm not good enough, this is too hard, or I'll probably fail? If your immediate response is the latter, it's no wonder you struggle with confidence. Your brain is listening to the negative stories you tell yourself, and it's reinforcing those beliefs. Over time, these negative beliefs become so ingrained that they start controlling your actions and decisions. You start holding yourself back without even realizing it. It's so easy to get caught up in negative self-talk. We live in a world where we're constantly comparing ourselves to others on social media, at work, in our personal lives, and it can be easy to start thinking that we're not measuring up. When you see someone else achieving something you want, your first instinct might be to tell yourself, I'll never be that successful, they're better than me, or I'm not capable of doing that. But what you need to understand is that those thoughts are lies. They're not based on any kind of truth. They're just the product of your fear and insecurity. The key to fixing your mindset and boosting your confidence is to change the narrative in your head. Instead of telling yourself you're not good enough, start telling yourself that you are enough. Instead of saying, I'll never make it, say, I have everything I need to succeed. You have to speak life into yourself, even when you don't feel like it. The words you use matter. They're not just empty phrases. They're shaping how you see yourself and what you believe about your ability. Start by catching yourself when those negative thoughts come up. Don't just let them pass without challenge. Ask yourself, is that really true? What evidence do I have that proves I'm not good enough? Most of the time, you'll realize that these thoughts are simply rooted in fear or insecurity, not fact. And once you recognize that, you can choose to reject them and replace them with something positive. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool for reprogramming your mind. When you start saying things like, I am worthy of success, I am capable of achieving my goals, and I believe in myself, you begin to shift your perspective. You start looking at challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. You start seeing yourself as a winner instead of someone who is destined to fail. The more you say it, the more you'll believe it. This doesn't mean you're going to wake up one day with an unshakable confidence. It's a process. It's about consistently choosing to believe in yourself, even on the days when it feels hard. But the more you speak positively to yourself, the easier it will become to shut down those negative thoughts when they pop up. Eventually, you'll find that your confidence grows naturally because your mind is now filled with beliefs that support your success, not sabotage it. Another important point is understanding that confidence is not about being perfect. It's not about having everything figured out or always getting it right. Confidence comes from accepting yourself, flaws and all, and knowing that you are still worthy of success and happiness. The more you can embrace your imperfections and remind yourself that you are enough just as you are, the more you will be able to step into your full potential. So from today onward, be mindful of what you say to yourself. Your internal dialogue is one of the most important factors in building your confidence. Speak to yourself like you would speak to someone you love, encouraging, uplifting, and kind. And remember, you are your biggest supporter. Start acting like it and watch how your mindset and your confidence begins to shift. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in building your confidence is realizing that failure is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. The reason so many people struggle with confidence is that they view failure as a reflection of their worth rather than an opportunity to grow. This mindset is toxic because it forces you to avoid risks and hold back, never fully stepping into your potential. But if you can shift your perspective and start seeing failure as part of the journey, then confidence becomes a natural byproduct of that understanding. Here's the truth. Failure is inevitable. Everyone fails. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they view failure. When you're not confident, failure feels like the end of the road. You think, I tried and didn't succeed, so that means I'm not good enough. But the most successful people in the world, the ones who exude confidence, fail more than anyone else. Why? Because they don't let it define them. They don't make failure about who they are. They make it about what they've learned. When you fail, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply an indication that you need to adjust something. Maybe you need to try a different approach, learn a new skill, or face a fear that's holding you back. Failure is a tool for self-discovery. It's a message from the universe telling you to go back to the drawing board, take a different path, or push through the discomfort. The most confident people fail regularly, but they don't give up because of it. They don't let failure stop them. They let it fuel their next move. Think about it. Have you ever learned something without failing first? Did you get it perfect on the first try? Most likely the answer is no. You had to stumble, fall, get back up and try again. And each time you did, you got better, smarter, and stronger. That's the power of failure. It's not about the mistake itself. It's about what you do with it afterward. This is why confidence is built in the action. The more you take risks and try new things, the more opportunities you have to fail, learn, and grow. It's through action that you build resilience and trust in yourself. You build confidence not by waiting for perfection, but by embracing the messiness of growth and staying in the game no matter what. So the next time you face a setback or failure, don't immediately retreat or let it shake your confidence. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow? You'll be amazed at how quickly your perspective shifts when you stop viewing failure as a threat and start seeing it as a stepping stone. The more you embrace failure as a tool for growth, the more your confidence will soar. People often think that confidence comes from having everything together or always succeeding. But confidence actually comes from the belief that no matter what happens, you can handle it. Confidence comes from knowing that even if you fall down, you can get back up again. It comes from the resilience to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. And the only way to build that kind of resilience is to experience failure, learn from it, and keep going. Remember, confidence is not about avoiding failure. It's about choosing to continue moving forward even when you face it. When you start seeing failure as a part of the process, not the end, you'll find that you start taking more risks, stepping into more opportunities, and believing in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. And that's where real confidence comes from, the belief that no matter what happens, you can learn, adapt, and succeed. Confidence is not about being perfect, and it's definitely not about having all the answers or never making mistakes. It's about embracing your unique journey, acknowledging that you are a work in progress, and accepting that you will grow through life's challenges. One of the most significant things that can cripple confidence is the constant need for validation. If you are always waiting for others to approve of you or your decisions, then you are putting your power into their hands and not your own. Think about it. How often do you seek approval from others before making a decision or taking action? How often do you hold back from doing something you really want to do because you're afraid of what others will think? When you do this, you're giving away your confidence. You're letting other people's opinions become your reality, and that keeps you from living authentically. Confidence comes from within. It comes from knowing that no matter what anyone else thinks or says, your value is not dependent on their approval. If you constantly find yourself looking for approval from others, it's time to break that cycle. It's time to stop measuring your worth by other people's standards. Your worth is inherent. It is not tied to how many likes you get on social media, how much recognition you receive, or how much praise others give you. Your worth is not dictated by anyone else but you. When you start to recognize this, you start to give yourself the freedom to live confidently without waiting for permission. The truth is, there will always be people who don't understand you, who don't support you, or who might even doubt your abilities. And that's okay. The most confident people in the world are not the ones who have never faced criticism or rejection. They're the ones who continue to move forward despite it. They don't need anyone else's approval because they have already decided that they're worthy, capable, and deserving. The moment you stop waiting for others to approve of you is the moment your confidence begins to rise. It's when you stop letting fear of judgment hold you back from pursuing your dreams, from saying what you think, and from standing up for what you believe in. Confidence grows when you decide that you are enough just as you are, no matter what anyone else thinks. This doesn't mean you should stop being considerate or respectful of others. It simply means you no longer rely on external validation to feel good about yourself. Your validation must come from within. If you constantly seek validation from others, you'll never feel truly confident because you're depending on something that is out of your control. But when you validate yourself, when you trust your own judgment, and when you make decisions based on what feels right for you, that's when true confidence blooms. The more you practice self-conviction, the less you care about external opinions. You'll start living life on your own terms without worrying about whether or not everyone agrees with you. Confidence isn't about being arrogant or dismissive of others. It's about trusting yourself, owning your decisions, and not needing others to tell you that you're doing the right thing. The key to unlocking your full potential is realizing that you don't need to seek permission to be yourself or to go after your goals. You don't need to wait for the approval of others before you take action. You're already enough. Your opinions, your decisions, your dreams are valid. And when you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself to live fully. And that's when you'll start to see just how powerful and confident you truly are. Ultimately, confidence is rooted in the unwavering belief that you are worthy, that you are capable, and that you are the only one who can define your value. Stop looking for external validation and start looking within, because when you do, you'll realize that your confidence was always there. It just needed to be unlocked. In building lasting confidence, one of the most powerful practices is surrounding yourself with the right people. It might sound simple, but the company you keep can have an enormous impact on how you see yourself and how confidently you show up in the world. The people around you shape your beliefs, influence your mood, and can either lift you up or drag you down. Confidence is deeply connected to the energy and attitudes of those you allow to be part of your inner circle. When you surround yourself with positive, supportive, and uplifting individuals, you begin to internalize those same qualities. Positive people encourage you to chase your dreams, believe in your worth, and remind you that setbacks are only stepping stones to success. They inspire you to keep pushing forward and help you navigate the inevitable bumps along the road. Their optimism becomes contagious, and before you know it, you're operating from a place of self-belief instead of self-doubt. On the flip side, if you surround yourself with negative, critical, or toxic individuals, you begin to mirror that negativity. Their constant doubt, criticism, and pessimism become the lens through which you view yourself and your abilities. You start questioning your worth, your talents, and your potential. If every conversation is filled with complaints, judgment, or discouragement, it's easy to see why you might struggle to feel confident. The people you spend time with can either fuel your dreams or kill your spirit, sometimes without you even realizing it. Think about the moments when you feel the most confident, when you feel unstoppable and ready to take on the world. More often than not, those moments are accompanied by people who believe in you, who see your potential, and who cheer you on. These are the people who tell you you've got this or I believe in you and genuinely mean it. They see your worth even when you're struggling to see it in yourself. They're the ones who lift you up and help you focus on your strengths. This kind of positive reinforcement is invaluable because it helps to counterbalance the inevitable self-doubt that creeps in from time to time. Conversely, toxic people, those who bring negativity, criticism, or jealousy into your life, can create an environment where you feel like you can never measure up. Constantly being around people who bring you down can distort your self-esteem. You may start doubting yourself and thinking that your goals are too big or that you don't deserve success. This is why it's essential to take a hard look at the relationships in your life. Are they contributing to your growth or hindering it? Are they supporting your goals or are they reinforcing your insecurities? It's also important to note that the people around you don't have to be perfect, they just need to be supportive and positive. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage growth, who push you to be better, and who celebrate your victories, no matter how small. These are the people who believe that you're capable of more than you even realize. They hold a mirror up to you and show you the potential you have to offer, especially when you're feeling less than confident. You don't have to do this alone. Confidence doesn't have to be built in isolation. Build a circle of individuals who make you feel good about who you are, who celebrate your strengths, and who challenge you to reach your full potential. When you do, you'll find that your confidence grows not just because you believe in yourself, but because you're being encouraged and supported by others who see your greatness. As you work to grow your confidence, take note of the people who either build you up or tear you down. It's time to set boundaries with those who drain your energy and distance yourself from relationships that no longer serve you. Instead, invest your time and energy in relationships that nurture your growth and encourage your success. Your confidence will soar when you realize that you're not in this alone and that the right people can help you become the best version of yourself. In the end, the right people will make all the difference in your journey to confidence. Build a circle of support that will keep you strong, motivated, and ready to face whatever challenges come your way. Because when you surround yourself with positive energy, you'll start to radiate that energy outward, and your confidence will reflect that strength and belief. Confidence is often about the small, everyday habits you create and the mindset you cultivate. A major component of this is taking consistent action toward your goals, even when fear or doubt tries to hold you back. It's easy to talk about being confident or wish for it, but the truth is, confidence is built over time by showing up, doing the work, and pushing through the discomfort. One of the most critical factors that will make or break your confidence is your ability to take action. regardless of how ready you feel. Waiting until you feel completely ready to take the next step is a surefire way to keep your confidence stuck in the mud. The truth is, you'll never feel 100% ready. It's just the nature of growth. Whether it's starting a new project, speaking up in a meeting, or even something as simple as trying something new, you will always have some level of fear, uncertainty, or self-doubt. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful ones take action regardless of these feelings. They understand that action is what propels confidence. When you take action, you begin to build momentum. You prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can handle challenges, and that you can learn and adapt. Each small step you take adds another layer to your confidence. Even if things don't go as planned, taking that action allows you to learn valuable lessons that can only come from experience. You don't need to wait until everything is perfect or until you have everything figured out. Confidence grows when you're in the game, not when you're standing on the sidelines. There's a reason why so many people say the more you do, the more you learn. When you take action, you gain real-world experience that can never be learned in a book or in preparation. You can plan, strategize, and analyze all you want, but until you take action, you won't know what works and what doesn't. This is especially true when it comes to building confidence. It's easy to sit back and imagine what could happen or what you could do, but when you step forward, even with a little fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. Inaction, on the other hand, breeds doubt. When you hesitate or procrastinate, you let fear and insecurity dictate your decisions. Every time you put something off, you give that fear more power over you. On the flip side, when you take action, you begin to conquer that fear. You start to realize that the worst case scenario is rarely as bad as you imagine. And even if things don't go perfectly, you realize that you have the ability to recover and try again. Every time you act, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Consistency is key. Taking consistent small steps every day is what leads to big changes over time. If you want to build confidence, you can't expect to take one action and suddenly feel like a new person. It's about showing up day after day, taking one step at a time, even when it feels uncomfortable. The more you act, the more confident you'll feel because you'll realize that you can handle challenges, setbacks, and anything else that comes your way. If you want to become more confident, start by doing. Take the first step, even if it's small. Start making moves toward your goals, even if you don't feel fully prepared. Every action you take helps to break through the mental barriers holding you back. The key to building confidence is to move forward in spite of your fears and doubts. Confidence isn't about eliminating fear, it's about taking action anyway. Over time, you'll realize that confidence doesn't just come from believing you can do something, it comes from proving it to yourself through action. The more you act, the more you trust yourself and your abilities. It becomes a cycle. The more you do, the more confidence you gain. You can't wait for confidence to come to you. You have to go out and grab it by taking action one step at a time. So, take that step today, even if it feels small, even if it feels uncomfortable, because action is the foundation upon which confidence is built. And once you start, you'll be unstoppable.